Hey, welcome back to another episode of Practical Cybersecurity Workshop for SME Leaders. When it comes to supply chain security and supplier security, small and medium enterprises need to pay special attention. As a SME, you need to be aware of the risks posed by the interconnected networks of suppliers, partners, and customers that make up your supply chain. Supply chain threats can range from cyber attacks, counterfeit components, stolen data, and faulty products to disruptions in production or delivery schedules. Now, by coming thus far within Practical Cybersecurity Workshop, you know that SME compromises are a very useful channel for hackers to penetrate into big organizations. But what about your suppliers? Are they reliable? Do they care about cybersecurity as much as you do? SMEs should take the time to assess the potential risks posed by their suppliers, partners, and customers. This includes evaluating each link of your supply chain for weak points that could be used as an entry point for malicious third parties. Now, when you started building a cybersecurity for your organization, you know how much care it takes, so you probably already have ideas of how to evaluate the cybersecurity posture of other companies. There are several ways that SMEs can take to ensure that their suppliers have adequate cybersecurity measures in place. The easiest way is to require third-party certifications, such as ISO 27000, SOC 2, or at least they could have implemented CIS controls. These certifications demonstrate that the supplier has implemented appropriate security measures and is committed to maintaining those measures. Advantage is that it's cheap and effortless. Disadvantage is that there is a high probability that smaller suppliers don't have certifications in place. Second, develop a cybersecurity checklist and ask your supplier to fill it in. Request an evidence per most important questions, policy examples, vulnerability scans results, etc. Third, another way is to conduct a threat assessment. This involves analyzing the digital security of your suppliers and can be done using a variety of tools, from automated vulnerability scanning to manual assessments. This approach requires more resources on your side, but it may offer better insight into their security posture. The advantage is that you get tailored results for each supplier, and the disadvantage is that it takes more time and resources. Fourth, finally, SMEs can enforce contractual clauses related to cybersecurity standards with their suppliers. This could include a requirement for third-party certifications or an obligation for the supplier to carry out regular security audits and reporting. The advantage of this approach is that it allows you to ensure compliance over a longer term, and the disadvantage is it requires more effort to negotiate the terms with each supplier. Fifth, SMEs can require education and training proofs from their suppliers to ensure they understand the importance of cybersecurity and how to implement appropriate measures. This should better include training certificates from recognized vendors. So, how to evaluate cybersecurity of your suppliers? Develop a basic questionnaire which would help to have a basic flavor of what efforts are taken by the suppliers. Ask the supplier to describe key cybersecurity activities which they were taking during the last 3 years. Ask supplier to provide the cybersecurity certifications which could have been obtained. Develop legally binding clauses which you would include into the contracts with the suppliers regarding cybersecurity requirements. Consider ordering a compromise assessment for your key suppliers. Keep track of such checks and do them regularly. Once SME has evaluated its supplier's security posture, they need to take steps to ensure adequate protection of their supply chain. This could include implementing secure data sharing protocols, enforcing access controls, and conducting regular check for any signs of malicious activity. SMEs should also consider monitoring for any changes in their supply chain, such as changes to personnel or software, and responding quickly if anything suspicious arises. This is exactly a task for a SOC, by the way. Check the previous video. By taking these measures, SMEs can be sure that their supply chain risks are evaluated and addressed to minimize the exposure to potential threats. Through diligent assessments, strong protocols, and constant vigilance, organizations can be sure that their data is secure and that their operations are running smoothly. In addition to these measures, SMEs should also make sure they have the right insurance in place to protect them against any potential cyber incidents. Ultimately, by taking proactive steps to strengthen your supply chain security, you can ensure the safety of your business and its assets. See you in the next video.